Hello and welcome to Radio Primis. You are listening to this on Radio FM 115. My name is Neon Cookie, and here with me today I have Major Karn,
What's up?
Nathan,
It's
Orvan,
me.
yes, and also Minuteman.
What's up?
And yeah, this is the first podcast that we do after the DLC 2 has released with, the new maps Shaolin Shuffle. So yeah, what do you guys think about the map so far?
It's garbage.
Pretty good. Yeah, there's mixed opinions.
Yeah,
I have no opinion on it. I've
Wait.
not played it enough. I have no opinion. It's okay, I guess.
It'll be a bit better now that if you do the Easter egg, you can buy the katana whenever, but it's still not. It's the worst. In my opinion, it's the worst Infinite Warfare map. But it's still okay. I guess. But they
No,
killed
but
all the hype for me for Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
So is this going to become a trend instead of the second DLC having like a bunch of different celebrities? It's going to be the bad map of the game. This better not be a new phenomenon in the Call of Duty series, because I'll be a bit miffed.
Well, I quite.
Burger Town as well was a bad map, and that was DLC 2. What is happening? There's a conspiracy.
And also Setsubunoshima.
Yeah, I know.
No, just kidding. No, but like I actually enjoyed Shaolin Shuffle. It wasn't like amazing and anything like that, but I actually enjoyed it. But as you also said, Advanced, I haven't really either played it as much yet. Like I haven't even like I think I've only played it like twice so far. But that's like personal issues. I just haven't had time.
I haven't had time to play it outside of like the release day. So like the Tuesday and the Wednesday it released, I played it, and then the Thursday I played it a little bit, and then from there I just haven't had time. But from what I played about, I actually do like the map. At least you can get was always able to get the nunchucks, which is like a wonder weapon without doing the Easter egg, and now you can get the nunchucks and the katana without doing the Easter egg. So that's at least good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
The-
but like, yeah, I agree with you. I also like enjoy the map. It isn't like the best map in the entire world, but like, at least not in my opinion. But like, yeah, I really like the creativity because we've never ever had a map that involves like kung fu ever.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting in my opinion.
There were definitely a few cool like original things that were done in this map.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly.
even so, like I'm gonna do a very early results on the Z poll right here, at least from
Yeah.
my end. Just because it's about Shaolin Shuffle, but obviously my poll was thoughts on Shaolin Shuffle. I put good, meh, and bad, and I had 25% saying that it was good, and then 75% saying it was meh. So nobody said it was bad, but a lot of people just said it was meh. So it was like it was all right, but it wasn't exactly worth like the hype, basically.
I think it's
Oh,
really just
yeah.
the map itself. It just doesn't look good. Like, it's very bright, but it just doesn't flow very well for me. Like, it's very confusing to get around, and it's just everything's just like rubble and cluster, and it just doesn't have any like memorable parts of the map that I'm just like, oh my god, I love this part of the map because I can train, or it's very detailed or whatever. There's nothing really like that. I feel like in Raven or Redwoods, I had that, and in Spaceland I had that as well. But in this map, it's New York.
I was about to say that I disagree on you there, but when you like said the parts about like Raven the Redwoods and Zombies in Spaceland, I agree with you there. Like, but I still disagree with you. Like all in
How
all.
dare you disagree with?
No, but I think it's not like that confusing, at least to get around the map. It's a bit more confusing than Raven the Redwoods, just because it's like everything is like narrow and there's different like levels of the map because there's different floors of like the buildings and stuff like that. But like that also adds character to like the map because we've
Yeah.
never had a map yet in like that in Infinite Warfare, which I really like.
I
would
found the
say.
disco area quite confusing to get used to, so for some reason,
yeah.
it was just the way the entrance and the exit were on like the one corner of the building, and then the other corner of the building had like no doors, so it confused me because I thought they were like opposite each other, like the entrance and exit. So for a while, it took me like 4 or 5 games to figure that out and actually realize where exactly the entrance and exit of the building were.
Why can't we just have a pack punch where you go into a teleporter, or you just it's in a certain room that you just have to buy? Why do we have to go collect stuff just to pack a punch?
I don't like that.
I know it like adds a bit of like skill or whatever, or difficulty, but it's just more annoying than difficult.
The
Or
thing is that like
interesting.
Pack-a-Punch is like a fundamental part of zombies now. I feel like it's something that you need to
Yeah.
be able
Yeah.
to play zombies properly and to actually get far into it. So even
Yeah.
for like the most average player that plays the game probably like once in a blue moon, they need to also be able to access Pack-a-Punch, and they're not going to be able to find these flyers that easily, or even the coin under jug. It's such a random position to put it in, and the fact that it spawns in that one location only in the entire game is a little bit like rubbish
Yeah.
as well. But the average player who isn't going to look up on YouTube a tutorial, or who goes on it every now and then, they ain't going to be able to get the Pack-a-Punch just because you have to find these 3 parts rather than just opening up a door or
Imagine
doing
like
Yeah.
imagine having like the box behind a fetch quest just to get the box. It's like it's such a fundamental part of zombies that you need to just keep it as simple as you can, because that's what zombies is. You get set up, you pack a punch, and then you kill zombies, and you basically just add on to that formula. You don't lock out the pack a punch. It's kind of stupid in my opinion.
Well, always in zombies, we've had to do something in order to get to the pack punch.
Yeah, it's
Like,
normally been
always
turn
been
on
like
the
that.
power. That's really the.
No, literally in every single map ever, you've had to do at least something to get to the
Yeah.
pack punch.
No,
You
that
finally
is
needed
true.
to activate the death cons, and like in Shangri-La, you needed to stand on the pressure plates, and in Ascension, you needed to activate all of the like landing pads. There's
Yeah.
literally something for everything.
But they're not like right. What you have to do is you have to find these 3 pieces in 3 random locations in the map. They can change as well, and then you have to go find a token or whatever. It's just like
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean, but,
Zetsubo is
like,
the closest to that, where you find the 3 in the 3 different
Yeah.
rooms.
Yeah.
But other than that, really, I know what you mean, Nathan. It's different to having a task as opposed to just finding 3 random objects.
yeah, like with 5 with the DEFCON system, you press 5 buttons and then you have the pack
Yeah.
punch.
Yeah, that one was really easy, and
Yeah.
they're talking as well.
And in most maps, you just flick a power switch and there you go. You have pack punch.
I think it's that Pac-Man should be is you just turn on the power and then it's
Yeah.
there.
Rave and the Redwoods wasn't too bad because you find the boat parts, and that's obviously for the
Oh,
boat
yeah.
into the island. But then
Yeah.
you had one reel which was next to the boat, which was easy enough to find. And if you're good enough for zombies, or even just average, you'd probably see that it doesn't fit there, so you'd probably try and pick it up. And then the other one is like right next to the Pack-a-Punch anyway.
The parts
Um,
never changed, so
No. And then Spaceland was pretty simple because you would use all those teleporters in a normal game anyway.
Yeah.
And you use all those, and you use the main one. Like, it makes sense because you also see like which ones you've used at the main one at like spawn.
Yeah.
I
So
think
that-
the challenge of pack punch is getting like 5,000 points to pack punch one of your guns. I know that's like too hard, but shouldn't be a challenge just to have the ability to do that. Like I don't know, I don't like it. But continue.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. And again, it's not even too much of a problem for a player like myself, who will play the game, say, enough to know the map. But it's just for those average players who aren't going to be able to get the Pack-a-Punch. It ruins their experience.
And if we're
Yeah.
coming back to this game in like 5 years and we want to play Shaolin Shuffle, we're not going to remember how to turn on the power or turn on the
Yeah.
pack punch.
Yeah.
You're actually right about that, but like, yeah. But yeah.
I don't like the kung fu fighting thing. It's cool,
Mm.
but it needs to be buffed in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like they wanted to be like the specialist weapons, but it'd be like by far the worst in terms of killing power
Like,
compared to any of the Black Ops 3 weapons, except for the Annihilator. But I
Yeah.
it
don't really
needs to
count that.
kill more than one zombie. Like the nunchucks and the katana, it needs to kill more than one zombie at a time.
I
Yeah,
do
and I
love
think they
their
should-
nunchucks and katana though. Like they are pretty awesome
Yeah.
weapons.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
And
yeah,
they need to change up their Easter eggs because like me and Jamie have said a lot is it's literally the same exact like similar process. You do 3 of the exact same steps, and then you get to the boss fight. Like in
Yeah.
Spaceland, you do the 3 Steadicom steps, then you do the boss fight, then you do 3 slasher steps on Rave of the Redwoods, and then it's the boss fight. And then on Shaolin, it's 3 mini boss fights of the Rat King, and then you fight the Rat King.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I remember you guys mentioning that like previously.
yeah. Like I wish it wasn't 3 mini bosses and then the big boss. Basically, like I don't know. I feel like in the next map, especially now after they've done the same thing 3 times in a row for 3 maps, they need to change it up to one, throw us off for when we're trying to search for the Easter egg, because it makes it a lot easier for us to hunt for the Easter egg when we know it is basically, oh, there's another mini boss fight coming up soon, and then after this 3rd one, there's going to be a main big boss fight. So get ready, get all your perks, get all your weapons ready. They need to change it up so that there's no mini boss fights, but there's just one big boss fight, so then we're just sort of unprepared.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it also makes that finding process harder for us to find the Easter egg as well.
yeah, one of my
Yeah.
favorite things though about this map is the Easter egg step where it like jump scares you, and then it teleports you 5 rounds ahead, and then it like teleports you into like a horde of zombies is around you.
Oh, I've
So
seen
it's
that.
like it
I've not
jump
been that
scares
far
you,
yet.
teleports you 5 rounds ahead, and then you're surrounded by zombies.
What
Luckily, I had
Yeah.
Not
double
seen
pack
that.
punch pistols, but yeah,
Oh
that's
my
one of the later steps of the Easter egg.
That sounds
Yeah,
like kind
I
of
was
like
watching-
scary.
I was watching Noah playing with like Dalek and that, and then they entered that step, and then half of them were just there like, what the hell?
Yeah, but yeah, like I really like that Shaolin Shuffle is a different map. Like I don't know, I just really like that it's very
Oh.
different.
I can give it that it is different,
Yeah.
and they went for something different. I like the aesthetic myself, but like you
Yeah.
said, it's quite an enclosed map, and
Yeah.
they know that this map is enclosed because they've spoke about it. Like the devs have spoke about, there are certain areas that are really enclosed, and there's others that are really open, like the boss fight area, the sewers underneath the Rat King boss fight layer area.
I think there are like 1 or 2 locations on the on multiple roofs where it's very unfairly tight, but then like most of the map it is tight, but it's kind of fair. And
Yeah.
if you do mess up, it's your own fault. There are like
Yeah.
a few locations where it's like, if that was
What-
just like a little bit wider, it would probably be better and
One-
less unfair.
One thing I like is, even though there's very limited of them, and there's literally 4 doors and then 4 like little things you can knock down, but there are little shortcuts you can take.
Yeah.
2
That's-
teleporters with the 4 doors, and then the little rooftops you can jump down from with those. I don't know what they call them, but those things that give you XP when you knock them down. And even though there's only 4 of them in the map, it gives you sort of and they explained it as something like when you're in New York in that era, something to do with like people running on rooftops and things. They wanted to be as quick as they could, and this is the same sort of thing. Obviously, you're being a kung fu, like you're a kung fu person in training or whatever, and you want to be as quick as you can. So obviously, running from one place to another, you want to be as quick as you can.
Mm.
I think that was their thinking behind it, and I like it personally. Like I like the shortcuts.
Yeah, me too. You save lives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we also
Yeah,
have.
but the thing I was on about before, like it being a very different map. I just like stuff like that generally in life. I like different and unique stuff that like sticks out from other stuff. Because I remember back in Exo Zombies, literally all of the maps were just in a lab. Like all of them. None of the maps were like different from like each other. Like
Yeah,
and I really like both Treyarch and Infinite Warfare has done a really good job at like keeping it different. really, in my opinion, which
Yeah,
they do
definitely.
even better with the different time periods and like theme of the map and stuff like that, and
With
also the genres of the movies.
Oh
with
yeah.
Shaolin Shuffle, another problem I have with the map is nothing really flows. Like the themes don't really flow. Like you're starting in like a grungy subway that feels like New York. You get up and then it's like a ruined city, and then you look to your left. There's a big dojo type of thing, and then you look to your right, and then there's a grungy bar. It's just like it's a big contrast, in my opinion, with some of the locations, and then you go like 5 feet down the road or down the alley, and then you're in a disco club. It's just that is just a
Yeah.
little bit too much.
I think
Again, watching Lee Ross talking about it, he's saying that like he grew up in the 70s in New York, and saying that that is a very good representation of what he feels was what life was like in the 70s in New York, in terms of like it wasn't the New York, or it isn't the New York that we know today, in terms of like today it's a tourist attraction, but back then it was like gangs ruled the streets,
Yeah,
police were scared to help you out if you were getting like mugged or whatever. It was a very different city than we know now. And I
Yeah.
think in that respect, that's why it's such a rundown, ruined place.
Well, it's not about it being run down. It's just like the jarring contrast between a few of the buildings. Just I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Like I like them. They're bright and they're colorful, and I like that. It's just it's weird. It's weird to me. I don't know.
I
It
sort of
doesn't
get what you
feel like a
mean.
city. It doesn't feel like a city.
Yeah.
I think Shadows of Evil did this a lot better, where you start in like an alleyway and then you go out to like this market, and then that market flows into like this big luscious like Chicago type thing on the canal side, and then you go to the other side, and then it's like a Broadway type thing, and then you go to the
well,
docks, and then it's like a grungy boxing area. I think it like
what?
flows a lot better.
Yeah, like
than
I know what you mean, but I feel like you can't like really like compare it like that. I don't know. It just, and I also
I'm
like,
not really comparing them. I'm just saying
yeah,
that's how you make a map flow to where you can kind of put in different themes like the Chicago theme, the Broadway theme, and then the boxing grungy area theme, and then the market. That's kind of how Treyarch's able to flow the different styles and different art styles and stuff like that into their maps. And then I feel with Infinite Warfare's one, it's just like, okay, right here we're gonna have a dojo, and across the road we're gonna have a little bar, and then
Oh,
5 feet down from there we're gonna have a disco, and then over the road from that we're gonna have a cinema, and then something beside that, and then we're gonna have like these rooftops that are very bland, and then we're gonna have this subway which
yeah,
is
yeah,
really
okay, okay.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
we get, we know what you
Oh, I
mean.
know you get it, but I'm just explaining myself.
Yeah,
Stop trying to cut me off.
What do you guys think about the secret teleporter?
What, the doors you knock down?
No, there's like a fifth one or something like that that is on top of the roof that you can see it, but nobody knows how to get to it yet, and you can see the door with the 4 symbols on it.
what?
I've not known about that.
Yeah, I've never heard about that either.
Alright, I'm gonna find a picture of it and I'll see if I can put it on Skype.
Okay, but I was thinking about that as Nathan was doing his little rant there, and I was thinking, you know where Dead Eye Dewdrops is, and that area like to the left. If you're looking at Dead Eye Dewdrops, the area to the left hand side, literally that entire area is unused to me. I never use that area. Like the outside,
Yeah.
there was nothing there. If they would have put the rock bar over in that area, or something that might have fit a little bit better in that area would have been a bit more useful. But to me, there's nothing Easter egg related there, as far as we know so far. There's nothing. I mean, there's probably you walk through it with the rat, possibly at one point or whatever. Other than that, there's nothing that I can.
And there's like one of the symbols spawns there too for the Easter egg.
Okay, like I said, I haven't really done the Easter egg properly on that map yet. But it's just, I feel with such a big area, they could have used it a little bit better. But then, I don't know.
Alright, put it in the chat.
Yeah, so a fifth door.
But what do you think about like the new perk? I actually
Oh.
really like it, but it looks so weird because like the gun isn't even moving. Like it's almost scary. Like what?
Isn't it just like Deadshot? That's what I thought.
It's like an improved Deadshot, kind of.
What other effects does it
Dewdrop.
have?
Yeah, like it
Uh,
reduces recoil as well, like a lot. It reduces it, like the gun doesn't even move.
Yeah.
Which is
And-
actually
Yeah.
really useful and kind of cool, but like it just looked like quite weird. Just
And if you stay aimed in long enough, then it will like make the headshots stronger as well, like the shots stronger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
For
cool.
like it's literally about if you zoom in and you stay zoomed in for like 5 seconds or something, you see the little reticle sort of flicker, and then that's when you know that it's stronger. And then it's sort of like having Bang Bangs 2.0 on
Is
on
it in
top.
the other maps or is it just?
no, just
It's
this.
only in
I think,
Shaolin.
Well, yeah.
I think
it's
that,
a new perk.
it's kind of a shitty new perk to add in. Like
Yeah.
I was wanting them to do like the candy perk where it was like you would eat like breath mints that were like icy or something, and it was sort of like widow's wine, but like when zombies hit you, they like got like frozen or whatever. Or
Yeah.
some actual new perk that has
Yeah.
never been done before.
See,
Hyping up like a
at
new perk.
least-
It's like a new perk. Oh my god, what's
Yeah,
a new perk? It's Deadshot.
But the
Yeah,
good
it
thing
needs
is-
to be revolutionary. Like
In Rave in the Redwoods, they weren't quite perks, but they did give us the charms, and that tells us they have the ideas and they have some fresh ideas for what they could give us as perks. With the charms, they gave us
Yeah.
10 new abilities from
Yeah.
running faster in
Yeah.
water to whatever else they gave us. Shaolin Shuffle, they gave us Dead-Eye Dewdrop, so they're showing us so far with both DLCs that they give us something new in terms of perks or little mini upgrades to our character. So DLC 3, I'm expecting to see another perk, possibly something that's new and original, and not something Treyarch based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I really want something like brand new. Like even
Yeah.
I have come up with some like perk ideas like through my days. Sort of
Tweet him at Lee Ross.
Yeah.
He reads his
Yeah,
tweets
sure.
and he's very interactive with the community as well. Like
Yeah,
he'll
I
read
have-
his tweets and at least keep it in mind.
Go down to
Oil
Activision, just
up,
like paste them onto the
discount.
window.
I literally have discount dream, rice, oil up, and photosynthesis. Yeah.
Oil up.
I remember the photosynthesis.
you got bored in science class. Oh, this could make a good perk in IW Zombies.
Yeah. I literally and I still have like a lot of perk ideas in my head. I've just never like
Oh.
I'm too lazy to like draw.
I
them
have a
and stuff
great one.
Yeah.
as I did back in the day.
A mushroom that makes you grow. That's a good one. It's a completely original idea. Not taken from anything else. Definitely not from anything.
But yeah, I feel like we've like discussed. Or does anyone want to say anything more about Shaolin Shuffle? I feel like we.
I feel like it's too easy in terms of we don't have a boss again, technically. Like, if you didn't do the Easter egg, you don't have a boss.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe bring back a round boss, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say one
Yeah,
thing,
and
the fucking
also-
roller skating zombies. Or once you get past round 20, you have roller skating zombies and fucking the kung fu zombies that spawn at the same time. That is complete garbage.
Kung
Fuck
Fu, when they teleport in front of you, just like, man, they mess up your train. I guess
Yeah.
they could be technically the boss zombie in terms of like the boss is there to ruin your game, and that's what the teleporting zombies do as well.
Yeah, and also something that I just generally want in any type of zombies, and that I've been wanting for so long, and that I also don't understand why they have never done, is a special round that really is a special round, rather than just like just a different type of zombie that is trying to kill you. Like for example, the Ascension monk is like they're trying to steal your perks. You really need to like switch up your like thinking. You need to protect your perks
Or like
instead of just
Oh,
like
yeah.
like why has no one ever done something like that again? Like the last time we saw that was back in like Black Ops 1. And
Yeah.
I really loved stuff like that.
We spoke about it before, but it's a very good
Yeah.
point of, because it's all about like thinking on your feet and doing something different. And doing something like that switches up your game. In Ascension, you're always having to think, do I go for jog, do I go for quick revive, or stamina up, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's sort of like, oh, I'll just protect all my perks, you know, I'll do this, you know, whatever. You know, we're all good. Dogs are easy to kill, for instance.
Yeah.
Clowns are easy to kill.
Yeah, and
roller
the roller
skates.
skater zombies is a copy of the clowns, even.
Yeah.
Please don't let it be like Advanced Warfare Zombies, where you have to go stop a bomb, and if you don't stop a bomb, the place blows up, and you can't go to that place for another round. Please, if it's gonna be a special round.
Well, I actually thought again that was quite like.
Well, your opinion's wrong.
What? No, but like again, I like that just because it was so different. And yeah,
but it wasn't good. That's the problem with it. It wasn't like fair or good, and it happened so frequently that that concept can be improved and it can work. I like the idea, but
they executed it wrong.
Yeah, in Advanced Warfare. But the Treyarch could do good with it, or even Infinite.
They did it with God Crovey, bomb step.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, does anyone have anything more to add about Shaolin Shuffle? Any opinions or anything?
I did not see a shuffle. Nobody shuffled in the map. I'm outraged.
Electric Boogaloo, it wasn't even.
I overall thought the map was decent, but I mean, obviously there's a lot of improvements it could make.
Yeah, it was quite good, and it was unique, which I liked.
Yeah, but I've said everything that most things that I think could improve. Moving on to DLC 5.
Yeah, DLC 5.
It's confirmed. It's confirmed.
Yeah, it's basically confirmed at this point, like, because I mean, like there's been so much talk just for months now, and so many like teasers, and so many like just, well, not teasers, but like, you know what I mean, just like
leaks.
Like leaks and just I don't know. It just feels like at this point.
Yeah.
With that Mexican retailer, sorry, Cookie, to cut you off. With that Mexican retailer, or I think it's showed up in a couple of other countries as well. With that definitive edition, or whatever they're calling it, that could just be having all 4 DLCs and the giants included in there, and it could be a typo where instead of 8 maps, they should say like 6 or 7 maps. I don't know how many maps are in Black Ops 3. That could be that.
The thing is, sorry to cut you off there, Nathan. You know how there's been 2 voice actors who both voiced Richtofen to sort of leak some stuff, saying, "Oh yeah, I've recorded some voice dialogue. Oh, I did something about some space monkeys," and another one was asked some stuff, and he actually showed him video footage of him doing some lines. As far as to my knowledge, those people, because they're hired by Treyarch, whatever, to sort of, similar to how YouTubers, when they go early access, they sign some stuff to basically say, I will not say certain stuff. I feel like Treyarch has somewhat said to them that they can say a little bit like that, just to get the hype in the community going a little bit about DLC 5, get the talk going. Purposely.
But this could be for a Memories trailer or something like that. You know, the cinematic trailers that they do. They could be recording new lines for that. I think most likely it is gonna be a new DLC. I don't think 8 maps, but 4 maps. Yeah.
I still feel like it's a purposely leaked. But these leaks are purposely, but on accident, with quotation in quotation marks, on accident, but they're on purpose to.
Game companies leak their game all the time, just so people start talking about it.
Yeah, films do it all the time, TV shows as well. It's a very, very popular technique, and I learned about it a lot in media, and that's why I feel like they're doing it now with this a little bit.
I'm gonna echo something that Milo said. Why would you jeopardize your career? Not your career, but your job with Treyarch, just so you can go, oh, yeah, it could be from like Treyarch themselves, but if it's not, why would you do that? Because they've signed contracts saying that.
That's what I mean.
like it cannot speak about anything. It's closed. It's behind closed doors. And also, I was about to say something and I completely forgot. Oh,
But no, that's what I mean by the whole. I don't think they would do it, especially maybe one person might step up and do so, but two people doing it, it's like, you know, I doubt they would. Obviously, it's their job to do so. They know what to not say to the public. And obviously, they don't know that much about the game. Like, only because they're the voice actors, it doesn't mean anything. They still only know their lines, really. They don't know the storyline as such.
Yeah.
And that's why they give us a little hints of what they've been talking about, but they don't know exactly.
And
what
also,
the maps are.
I think with the Call of Duty comics, that's what I think Treyarch are teasing us with the loading screens and all these things. That feels more like Treyarch teasing DLC than them, for whatever reason, getting their Brazilian voice actor for Rick Toffin to say that he's recording lines for DLC 5. I would much rather. I would think that they would have got Nolan North or Steve Bloom or whatever.
No, but that's too obvious.
It could be, but like that's what I would do because they're more recognizable. Do you even know the name of the Brazilian voice actor for Rick Toffin?
No, but the thing about those is that they are quite low key, but some people do follow them. So all of a sudden you hear, oh, the Brazilian voice actor for this said some stuff in Spanish, but translated, it said this, and then all of a sudden people are like, oh, this is very interesting. Like this was posted up like weeks ago, and only just we've known about this because nobody really was following these people because they were not really nobody knew of them, and then people are talking because it's something new, it's something different, and then all of a sudden because everyone's talking about DLC 5. Once it does come to like be released or whatever, more people's going to be searching it and researching it and possibly even buying it because there was all this talk that's happening right now.
I laugh if it was just something like it was a mistranslation and it's just like throwback picture to when I did DLC 2 and we're just like, oh, that DLC 5. It's just like recording DLC 2.
One big misunderstanding. That'd be pretty funny.
Have you guys heard that it's instead of it being just one thing for 8 maps, that it's apparently going to be 2 different DLCs of 4 maps each?
Like DLC 5 and a DLC 6.
Yeah, and basically,
oh my gosh.
And like I think we're gonna have way too much fucking zombies if this is real, because like we're gonna have, if it's true, then we'll have DLC 5 come out January or June 27th. Then, like 2 or 3 weeks later, we'll get DLC 3 for Infinite Warfare. Then we'll have DLC 4 for Infinite Warfare. Then we'll have DLC 6 for Black Ops 3. And then we'll have World War 2 zombies. And then it's just going to be so many fucking zombies.
I think if they are going to do 8 maps, then they're going to do the 4 DLCs each. They'll keep the 4th or the 6th DLC to hype up Black Ops 4 or wherever the next game's gonna be, so they're gonna like that, and then it's gonna be like Easter eggs or references to the next Treyarch game that will release the next.
I would prefer that what Brian was talking about, have 4 maps in one DLC, 4 maps in another, because you imagine on release day for especially YouTubers, release day 8 maps come out. Which map do I play first? Which one do I try that Easter egg hunt on first, assuming that Easter eggs are different and there's different storylines, whatever. Which one do I go for? As an Easter egg hunter on, you know, these different maps, you've got 8 maps to choose from, and you're trying to, even if you're not Easter egg hunting, you're trying to do little things like opening up Pack-a-Punch, maybe that's all changed, and, you know, wonder weapons and whatnot. Whereas if you've only got 4 maps, that's still quite a big task, but it's obviously half your choice, so then it splits it up. DLC 5 you do 4 maps, and then DLC 6 you then got 4 maps as well. And then at least you'll be constantly playing like you normally do on a DLC release, or at least what the bigger YouTubers do as well. But then they could change up their map so they're not playing the same map for 24, 48 hours or whatever. They're at least playing different maps.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like if have we even ever had that where like 4 maps are being released at the same time? We've only had that with like 2 at a time, like Nuketown in Transit and also did the giant.
Well,
Resurrection.
Black Ops
and
1
Black Ops,
Resurrection.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Other
yeah,
than
yeah.
that,
Yeah, but yeah, like just imagine the panic that would occur in like the community.
like we
Like,
we don't know how to handle that many
so
maps at
dumb.
once.
Wait, what?
We don't know how to handle that many maps at once.
Yeah, literally.
Perhaps
There
at
will
once.
just people will be screaming and just be so hyped.
Yeah.
There'll be riots in the street.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
Children
gonna be
will
too
be
much zombies.
sacrificed.
So
It will- yeah, but also I think I really want to like ask you guys what you think is the people that has bought the season pass for Black Ops 3, do you think they will be getting the DLC 5 for
No, I think it's going to be a separate payment.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
definitely gonna have to buy
Yeah.
DLC 5.
Yeah.
It's
actually
so
feel
much
like-
work with doing a remake, remaster, or a remake, or whatever. It doesn't necessarily mean they port the old map over and they just do a reskin or repixelation or whatever. They have to rebuild that map from scratch. They just have to basically copy the original map, like basically detail. So they still have to do everything, plus making sure that there's like new Easter eggs and whatnot. So even when they remade the Giant, they would have probably started from scratch with probably very little, like to go off of in terms of what's already on their blank canvas.
Yeah.
Rather
They had
than
to do that for Modern Warfare Remastered as well. They had to build that from the ground up because just
Yeah.
over the 10 years between games and just different upgrades to the Quake engine, like it's
Yeah.
a different engine altogether now, and their maps are bigger.
yeah. And like
Oh,
it's
do-
it's
do
not
maps
like
still take way less time than making a new map.
yeah. Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, a bit
because-
less at least.
Because even though it's not a copy and paste, you still have a blank canvas. You start,
Right,
but you've
so
got
you know
something
exactly
to go
what
off
to
of.
do.
Yeah, and
They
it's
have the blueprints basically.
and you
Just
probably
have
have the same people working on the remastered who probably worked on the original, which would help obviously with saving time. But it still would take them so much time and effort to make those maps, to do the dialogue, to do the sound production, everything that goes into it, that they probably will want obviously a good payment and not just the same money that they got from the DLC season pass. But I honestly think it's going to cost probably about £70 or dollars. It could be a lot less. That's just my guess.
For
If it
4
was
maps or 8 maps.
8 maps, I feel that would be in the
I think
region of.
No,
It feels
it
like
would
so
only be
much, but
$30
yeah, I
at
don't know.
€30 or dollars, whatever at most.
I think it'd be 15 per pack, honestly.
Yeah.
but-
It should only be 10 because they're old maps. Like we're basically buying stuff.
What? Are you kidding?
Unless they're like completely all brand new maps.
Well, they are remastered, and I think
Yeah, they're
everything
remastered,
that
If
we've
the
been
giant is $5.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it could
is
be like $20 per pack.
Oh
maybe.
yeah. Well, also. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But then usually if you buy it in bulk, it's cheaper.
'cause
So it would
But
make
Modern
like
sense.
I
Warfare
said-
Remastered's
But
But
20.
it is worth it. I mean, even if it costs like
I'll buy it
like
if
a
it's
lot,
100
I will
bucks.
still buy it because some people literally, like me, for example, I will literally cry if like Call of the Dead and everything like that gets remastered.
Oh, I'll be so
Seriously,
hyped.
I will cry. And
Yeah.
literally the nostalgic hype from when I was so hyped from back in like 2013 when I was just waiting for the Black Ops 2 zombie maps. I remember just being so hyped back then. Like I don't really like I'm still kind of hyped nowadays when like there's a new zombie map releasing, but back then I literally just I literally couldn't sleep for like the previous week or like the week before it released like a new map. I seriously couldn't even like sleep.
We're
Because I was so
spoiled
hyped.
at the moment with zombie maps. Like you think since November 2015, we've had a new zombie map every 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
So we're spoiled in that way. So that's probably because I know what you mean. I don't get that hyped for maps. I do get hyped for them. It's just I don't get the hype that I used to get, and I feel like that's because I know in a couple months there'll be a new map and it'll be the same situation again, and I'm fine with doing that.
I think it's kind of different with us because we're expecting to make like 10 videos that day. Like,
Yeah,
that's basically when we see new zombies map means 10 videos. That means I have to fucking spend 10
I
hours
never
making
think
10.
like that. I only make
No.
live
Well, I
streams,
think like
my friend.
subconsciously, I'm not going, oh my god, new map! Can't wait to make the content.
I'm hyped for it obviously because I want to make videos, and that is part of my hype. But another part obviously is to experience something new. And before we used to get like a map every couple of months for like 4 maps, and then we'd wait a couple years. We don't have that couple year wait anymore, unless you only play Treyarch zombies or if you only play IW zombies or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like the hype nowadays isn't quite the same. Saying that, in Black Ops 3, hype was like a really, like, it was there, but only because the storyline and like the maps and everything was so, it just took us all in. Revelations, I think, was the most hype I had been since 2015, like November, when Black Ops 3 came out. I think Revelations was the most hype I had been, like the lead up to that was like a super hype time.
Okay. The maps I was most hyped for was, I remember Die Rise. Oh my gosh. Like seriously. And also Buried. Buried was I think the only map ever I've cried of hypeness. Seriously.
Yeah.
Cried of hypeness. And I remember when it was downloading, I was literally like running around. I couldn't stand still or sit still. I like
That's crazy.
Was for the Shadows of Evil and the Giant when Black Ops 3
Yeah,
was about
it's
to come
serious.
out.
Yeah,
I was
and-
so hyped.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, because seriously, because if they actually remaster Call of the Dead, I will just, I think I might die.
That is a good map.
Get hit by a truck
Yeah,
the day
no, but like that is my favorite map, and like even if they remaster like Ascension and stuff like that, I will still be so high. But just,
Yeah.
Imagine it's just going to be like they're going to remaster Zetsubo Nishima, Transit, Die Rise, and
oh.
some other
Well, I would
terrible
still
map.
be high.
Yeah,
Shangri-La.
I would still be
I
down
would
with
as well.
playing
They're
those.
just remaster both the DLC seasons from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2.
It'll probably
like,
be
focus.
World at War
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
Black Ops 1.
The
How-
Giant remastered.
How
Oh.
would they even remaster Setsubu Nishima? Like there will just be 2 Setsubu Nishimas in the same game.
How would they do that?
Just edit one
They
slightly.
added more glitches.
That's what they want.
No, stop.
All right,
Yeah.
coming up to the time where we should move on to Call of Duty World War II.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I almost said that.
So the reveal only happened the other day. It happened 3 days ago, as this has now gone on over past midnight in this podcast. But it happened a couple of days ago, and yeah, we got some zombies intel as well as some really awesome campaign and multiplayer intel as well. I was pretty hyped about it. I quite like it, and I know the community also had the same opinions.
Yes.
This looks like a fucking great game.
Yeah. So many people have been spamming Twitter with like, "Oh my gosh, Nazi zombies confirmed," and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's a fact that people are just super hyped about Nazi zombies.
Yeah,
And
I'm,
not only zombies, the different. This is the game that I'm excited for the multiplayer as well, because we have so many new gameplay options or game modes. Like, oh my god, some of the game modes that they're proposing, like War, where you're playing as 2 factions, like you're playing as the Allies and the Axis, or yeah, that's right. Like you're playing D-Day, and somebody's playing as Germany and somebody's playing as the Americans. Like, that's fucking exciting to me as well. And the hub world that you have in the ring in the menus, where you can run around and show people your cool sick dog camo, whatever.
I'm really excited because I used to be, like, before even zombies was a thing, I used to be a big COD campaign player, and is why when remastered COD 4 came out, I did the remastered campaign, and I just did it in one long live stream, and I'm probably going to do the same for this one as well, depending on how long the campaign is. I'm super excited for the campaign. Seeing the gameplay and stuff for it, it looks super awesome. And I also heard the other day, I think maybe Michael Condrey was the one who tweeted out. But it was him or the other dude who put out in the campaign that if you got shot, your health won't regenerate like other Call of Duties do. So you have to get a medic to come and help you out, which makes me think that maybe this would be a co-op campaign as well.
Yeah.
Which, if so, would be pretty cool to see as well.
They're kind of implementing a Battlefield kind of things.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
World of Warcraft looks so fucking good.
Yeah. And graphics-wise as well. Sorry.
Oh my god, the graphics looked amazing. As like, bearing in mind that what we saw was like obviously streamed, so you're going to lose a bit of quality. But I know for a fact that was streamed in 4K as well, so they obviously wanted to show off that quality.
And even in the trailer that they uploaded to YouTube, looks fucking great.
Oh yeah. And the high resolution image of the zombie that they put on Twitter.
Yeah, that was
nasty.
Really cool.
Oh yeah. See, I was quite surprised, not gonna lie, I was quite surprised when people saw that there was literally nobody who were like, how dare you copy Treyarch and all this. Everyone was just loving it. I feel like secretly most of the community just want the same thing that Treyarch has given us. Nazi zombies with a similar start off storyline. You know, a horde of an army that went out of control type of thing. So far, it sounds a lot like Treyarch's like original storyline, but I mean the community are just so down with it. Nazi zombies again, but I was quite surprised because I thought they weren't allowed to call it Nazi zombies, which is the whole reason why I thought Treyarch stopped calling it that.
That's because Germany wouldn't sell it because video games aren't considered art in Germany, and to use Nazi symbolism, you have to be considered art. Like in a movie is considered art, so if a Nazi flag were to appear or a swastika, like they'll be fine because it's protected under the art laws in Germany. But since video games aren't, they had to, whenever they were making the maps, they would always have to change out the swastikas. Yeah,
with like the iron cross on it, or just make it blank.
Yeah,
I remember a Kino in like the German version was like different slightly with like those,
and all references to Nazism is just.
The annoying thing is that whenever we make a video or stream this, we're gonna leave the Nazi thing off if you want to make any money whatsoever.
Yeah, I probably won't call it Nazi zombies anyway, just because it's easier just to say zombies and it's shorter in the title and whatnot. But no, I saw somebody saying that the other day.
Zombies.
Yeah, because like technically what we play is Nazi zombies, obviously not IW zombies, but like Black Ops 3 is like it is technically Nazi zombies. It's the same storyline as World at War when it is Nazi zombies.
Yeah.
We just call it zombies because you know, it's just easier to put in the title. It's not as long.
Yeah, why move your jaw to say Nazi when you can just say zombie?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Simples.
It's sort of like when you play Verrückt. The map for Verrückt is technically called Verrückt Zombie or Verrückt Zombies or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
Or no, Zombie Verrückt even, and we just call it Verrückt because it's obviously zombies. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the same with like basically everything ever, like just Kino. We just say Kino, and just with names in general. Like, like
the Eisen.
Someone called Christopher, we just say Chris. Like often. Like just what?
Shaolin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you, but they might even come out with a different name for that. Like Nazi Zombies might be the title of it, but they might also call it something else.
Did Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield, did they call it Nazi Zombies? Because I know the presenter called it Nazi Zombies, but did he?
No, they didn't say it in the stream, I don't think. But then as soon as they sort of said zombies is coming back or whatever, they said we're going to have zombies. Call of Duty tweeted out, because I got my notification on my phone, they tweeted out saying Nazi Zombies confirmed for World War II. And then I saw one of the developers tweeting out oh, so we're so excited for Nazi zombies coming to our game, and so that's like the official name for it.
Too bad we can't get exo zombies in there. Laugh if they just pull. We do
Oh.
all the Easter eggs and then
Nazi
just like
exo zombies.
Oz comes down and he's Hitler, and you're just like, oh, it
Pretty
all
cool.
ties in.
Oh,
Is like, if you beat the Easter egg, then it gives you an exosuit, but none of the zombies do. So you're just like an OP, like jumping over hordes and.
Keemstar had a good point, which I didn't even think about. I know Nathan saw this. He asked him if we were able to kill Hitler in this.
That'd be so
What
cool.
did I respond with?
No, Keem, you cannot kill yourself.
Oh,
Oh.
But no, when he said that, I was like, oh, of course. Like, I don't know how I didn't think. Like, obviously World War II and Hitler and all that. Maybe it'd be pretty cool. And they did say,
Well, that's not very historically accurate, and they're going for historic, like Hitler.
yeah,
shot
they
himself.
did. They did say that they want to go for a historically accurate representation of the game or whatever. But at the very least, run into Hitler. Like zombies. In the zombie side of things, if we had a zombie Hitler, that doesn't need to.
Like Wolfenstein, where he's in the mech suit, we just go up against the
Who-
mech zombie Hitler.
Who was it? I saw somebody on Twitter who said something like, COD World War II wants to be historically accurate, yet everyone just cares about the zombies.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
who's the dude? Was his name?
Glenn
Schofield?
Schofield, yeah.
Yeah, Glenn and they both worked on Dead Space.
That's right, yeah. I was gonna.
I went and like watched a bunch of thing of that. So what if they do it like similar to that, where it's like more of a
Yeah.
story and it's not even round based
Glenn
zombies?
Schofield did say this is the best horror, or this is the first
horror
horror.
game that's in 10 years or whatever.
I was going to watch some gameplay on that actually, and like just see how they made their game. But like, what did that game seem like? Because I've never played Dead Space.
It's survival horror.
Is it like
Yeah, I've
scary?
played
Like,
all
is it
three of the
is it
games.
actually scary, or is it more of
The first
It
one
is actually quite scary, in
Yeah.
my
it
opinion,
sounds-
at least.
is it more of like, oh no, roller skating zombies? I'm so scared.
No, it's like jump scares and like
Okay.
the creatures are actually like
Terrifying.
just eerie, like or something.
Yeah, because I tweeted at one of them saying that I want, like, I know the community wants a truly horrifying and terrifying experience of zombies. Like, just give us that mode. Be that developer who gives us a zombie mode that is truly terrifying. Especially, like, a replayability, but every time you play it, you still somewhat get that jump scare. Maybe each jump scare in each game will be different at different points, so you won't expect it. Or
Yeah, I
something
like
that.
in do you know in Knocked in one of the walls in the box room is like a window for the zombies. I want something like that where like just like there's a random wall that's actually where zombies come out, so you'd be walking past it and then a zombie's arm just pops out. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
See, I
That
like
would be really cool.
I like
Verrückt
Verrückt
as
for that
well.
scary atmosphere. Like, it's an asylum, so it fits that map so well. But they could do with having some like screams and stuff in the background, or like
Yeah.
you don't know quite where it's coming from. But like Verrückt does that very unique sound of like dun dun dun, and then like the scream, and you just turn around, and you just like I'm not quite sure where that come from. But
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I feel like World War II zombies could really benefit from doing things like that, having scary atmospheric sounds that are like you don't quite know where they're coming from, and especially if you're wearing headphones and you're playing the game for the first time, that's gonna send shivers down your spine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What if like you opened a door and like a zombie was just right in front of you right when you opened it?
Oh yeah,
that'd be-
like that'd be
That would
Yeah.
be like more accurate, I feel like. Just
Yeah, or like you open the door
just-
and then a zombie's like hanging above it, then he drops down like right in front of you and screams.
That'd be actually cool, where you open stuff and then like there's a hanging body and it just like falls out. That'd be actually like cool, like interactive stuff like that, just to like catch you off. And they change it every game. Like it's kind of like randomized. Like some games you might open that door and the body falls down, or some games you open the door and nothing happens. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
To add something like that.
I wouldn't mind a Left 4 Dead feel of Call of Duty Zombies. So like the way that you walk around and there's zombies already spawned in front of you, and they're just like stood still. But if you interrupt them, or if they see you, they run towards you. And in Left 4 Dead, if you've never played it, you've got like 5, 6, 7 special boss zombies.
Yeah.
And they all have their own different abilities, and there's some that you can completely avoid if you're careful, and others that you just have to full on face.
Yeah.
And something like that, maybe, I don't know if that would ruin the Call of Duty Zombies experience, but I would like to see him experiment with more than one boss in the map.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
It'd be
And
kind of cool.
preferably- Yeah.
Kind of cool if it's like your idea where they're just like standing, and you have to go up to them to disturb them. But like you're running away from the horde, and then the horde despawns, and you open the door, and then they're all there again. But they're not like
God.
moving, and then they like spot you, and then shit hits the fan.
With Left 4 Dead, I like it because it's this whole thing of if you turn your flashlight off, then you can creep round the witch, which is like one of the zombies that like on the floor crying. If you have your flashlight on, she's gonna get disrupted, and she's one of the hardest bosses to kill, and just take you down. It's little things like that, like turn your flashlight off and try and sneak around. Now, like I think zombies would be quite interesting with those sort of mechanics.
Yeah, I definitely, as I've actually, or as I have been like mentioning a lot in this podcast already, that I like different kinds of stuff and unique stuff, and I really want them to make something very, very unique, because if they just do like the normal rounds and just one boss zombie and one wonder weapon and stuff like that, it's just going to be like the same again.
Yeah,
It's just going to be, I don't know.
exactly. And
It's just,
if
this is their chance to make
Michael
something very
Condrey
unique.
or Glenn Schofield, if you're listening to this right now, which you, anyway, if you're listening right now, please, for the love of God, do not do Easter eggs where you do 3 steps and then the main boss fight, or 3 little mini boss fights and a boss fight. Just do something original.
And don't do your Advanced Warfare Zombies Easter eggs where you have to go into a shoot 3 times and shoot a key card on the ground.
Or grill a cheeseburger.
Yeah, like that.
Could you imagine if they said, so this would be
Burger Town remastered.
if they're like, so this would be our most recent horror game we're working on. The last one we worked on was Exo Zombies, which was a great big hit. Rather than saying Dead Space, that would have put so much hope into us.
Yes.
I'm giving them
Like,
this chance.
I hope it's like actually scary. Like what if like they put like a really tiny cipher like on a mirror or like on a wall or whatever, and you're like trying to look at it closely, and then right when you turn around, there's like a zombie like behind you, and it's just like a jump scare. Or like you walk by the mirror in the game and you see a zombie behind you, then you turn around, there's no zombie, then you look at the mirror again and it's gone. But then when you turn back around, it's actually right in front of you, and like it screams and scares you.
Talking about mirrors, I like the idea of like ciphers being sort of hard to see and find. I think that any COD zombies, whatever, should introduce more of ciphers that are harder to see. IW have easy ciphers, in my opinion, to find. Maybe
I
have
didn't
ciphers.
even know they had ciphers.
Like the Pack-a-Punch room on the floor, for instance, like the circle. That's basically the only cipher that I know of, or like like the symbols. But like have ciphers where you have to zoom in with a sniper, or where you look into a mirror or something like that. That's something I want to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they are going to have like, or I don't know, just.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's too early to sort of say just yet.
Yeah, it's way too early. Like, what do we even know? Like,
we literally know one image.
Yeah, just one image. So we can't really like say anything at all yet.
I think we'll have some information in like a month and a half with each.
Yeah.
Do you think the map they're going to follow what Treyarch and Infinite Warfare did, where they or Infinity War did, where the first map's the really big map, and then the DLC maps are kind of smaller? Or do you think they're going to stick small and do more of a claustrophobic map like Verrucht?
Oh, I thought you meant as in like the first maps were like the more Easter egg fulfilled maps and whatever. No, I still agree with you though. Like I think the first map of the game when it releases definitely have like a lot more time put into it. Like
Yeah.
for instance, Shadows of Evil had the 3 years, I'd imagine, or
Yeah.
the majority of those 3 years. IW Zombies would have probably had however long they decided to do that mode into their first map, Spaceland.
Yeah.
So like I feel like this one also will be the bigger and more fulfilled map with like Easter eggs and stuff, just because they'll have more time to put into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like agree there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's hype for
Yeah, like seriously, like yeah, the hype
I'm
is
actually excited for a
real.
multiplayer for the first time in a long time.
Oh yeah, same. Multiplayer and campaign and zombies. I'm excited for all
Yeah.
three.
I'm actually only excited for the zombies.
How
as
dare
always.
you? That's terrible,
Because- I
Cookie.
don't know.
He's a
Yeah.
zombie player at heart.
Yes. Yeah.
Have you
Okay.
played the single player in Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, Cookie?
No, I haven't even touched the multiplayer yet.
Or I mean the single player. Sorry.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, but I haven't even. Yeah, I haven't even done that.
Jeez.
Or the multiplayer. So
So you know
yeah.
how there's the headquarters for multiplayer in World War II? Where there's like the group, it's like the
Yeah. I was
group
watching
meetup
that.
thing. It's like kind of like Destiny's. What if they had that for zombies too?
I don't think they
Well,
would.
I don't think they would either, but that'd be cool.
'Cause that would
World-
mean that zombies will have their own micro transactions. Because this is just basically to show off their micro transactions that's going to be in the game.
Yeah,
That
I
would
guess.
mean.
I wonder how they will implement the what's it called? The supply drops or like the
Oh god.
Yeah.
buying things. Oh no.
Hopefully it's like
Microtransaction.
Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare is really not that bad of a system.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they do it like COD Online, where you can rent the weapons, but with in-game stuff, with in-game currency.
Rent them, really.
Yeah, you can rent them for a day, or for like an
Wow.
hour, 12 hours a day, a week, a month, and then you can buy it outright. Every
Cool.
weapon that's in supply drops.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I really want to play the new Black Ops 3 playlist where it's gun game, but it has all the DLC weapons in it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I just came out, like I think it's for this weekend, and then Prop Hunt is also back this weekend for Modern Warfare.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and please let us know your thoughts about all of this down in the comment section. And yeah, we will see you in our next podcast. Bye guys.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Bye.
And now
You
on to Baz
actually-
2.0.
Are you